Hi, my name is Ben Fox, and today I'm going to be showing you how and why you need to be doing maintenance on your bike. So I have my bike here today that I'm going to be physically doing the maintenance on, as well as talking to you about it so that you can see what it physically looks like while I'm talking about it. I've been a mechanic at Giant Bicycles for coming up on 2 years now, and I'm fully certified. This is a common task I do in my day-to-day life. So it's pretty second nature to me. A lot of people don't know about it, so that's why I'm here today. So let's get our hands dirty. First things first, you're gonna wanna wash the bike. You can do that with a bucket of like dish soap and water and a rag, or more simple, you can just rinse the bike off with water and just get a rag and sort of wipe the frame pieces down. So it's gonna be all the stuff along here, all the orange you're gonna see. You're just gonna wanna wipe that down, make sure everything's clean, and then we can get on to the actual bike maintenance. So for this, you're going to want to have a couple pieces of equipment. You're just going to want an Allen key set. For this, it's going to be a 5mm and a 4mm. It's going to vary very slightly between bikes. It's usually going to be 4 and a 5mm Allen key. And then you're going to want some chain lube, and you're also going to want some rags, or in my case, paper towels. So let's start from the top down. So this piece right here, which I can show you, right here, this is called the stem. So what this does is this connects the handlebars to your bike itself, and it keeps the front wheel aligned with the handlebars so that one doesn't move independently from the other. So this is very important to stay tight. There's going to be 2 bolts on each side of the stem, and there's going to be 4 on the other end connecting the stem to the handlebars. So with your 5mm Allen key, you can just tighten those down a little bit. They shouldn't be loose. If they are, you're definitely going to want to make sure they're tight. And then with the 4mm Allen key, my bike's running away a little bit here. With the 4mm Allen key, you can also tighten the handlebar bolts. Make sure they're tight as well. You don't want those moving around on you. Perfect. That's all tight now. So that's probably one of the biggest things that you should be looking for, because that can cause a serious crash. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me a couple times, and that's all due to lack of just general bike maintenance. So now we can come around to the back of the bike, back to the drivetrain. So that's all this down here. So it's going to be your pedals, your cranks, which is what these are, your chain ring, your chain, your cassette, which is what this big black piece is, and your derailleur down here. So making sure this is all clean and running well is very important to the health of the bike. So first things first, after you wash the bike, you're going to want to take a rag and just spin the pedals backward while you hold the chain with the rag, just like so. What this is going to do is this is going to get all of the excess dirt and debris off of the chain. You can see here, it's black. That's normal. That's perfectly okay. So next step, you're going to want to take a specific chain oil or lube, and you're going to want to hold it just above the chain, squirt some on there, and then repeat that process where you spin the pedals backwards. You don't want too much, you don't want not enough, just enough. So just spin it around a couple times while you're squirting some chain lube on it. And generally you're going to want to wait about 10 minutes for that oil to soak into every one of these chain links here. But for the time purposes of this video, I'm just going to wipe it off now. So we're going to repeat the same process where we just spin the pedals backwards while holding that rag. What that's going to do is that's going to wipe off the excess oil on the chain. Again, it's black, which is, again, perfectly fine. Excess oil on the chain it's sticky, so a lot of dirt and debris will get caught in the chain, which can cause negative shifting issues, which is just overall just not a fun thing to deal with. I've had it multiple times. Very not fun. It's super discouraging to ride, and I'm all about getting people on bicycles. So for your next step, what you can do, if you have suspension on the bike, which is what all this down here is going to be, and then this up here is going to be, what you can do with that same chain oil, I think it's closer for you. With that same chain oil that you just had, you're just going to drop a little bit on those seals, which is going to be at the very bottom of this piece, which is called the stanchion, on both sides, and then cycle the suspension just like that. And then you are going to want to wipe that off as well. Because again, same problem with the chain, oil is sticky and a lot of excess dirt and debris can get caught in there, which is a very bad thing. So, once you get that all wiped off, there should be no dirt on there. Everything should be clean, everything is lubed, chain is oiled, and your bike should be running well now. So that's everything I have for today. It's just gonna be covering some general bike maintenance. If you have any larger issues or big problems going on with the bike, take it into your local bike shop. They can give you an estimate or even fix it right on the spot for you. But overall, that is all I have for you today. Thank you and happy riding, everybody.